Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here, welcome to the channel. So I just want to wrap up today giving you a super quick update. Let's talk about the potential Bitcoin bear market low price targets. I'm going to do these in descending order, starting off with the most bullish price targets. Now, some of us are more bullish than others and some of us are more bearish than others. This is completely fine. On this channel, we welcome a range of opinions. This is why I'm going to be presenting you with a range of the most important price targets to keep your eyes on. I will, however, let you know the two that I personally have my eyes on, the exact US dollar amount on what I think Bitcoin's going to be bottoming out at. Let's start off with number one. Number one is that Bitcoin has already bottomed at 15,500. Number two, if you're an Elliott waver, you might be happy to know that we do have support in terms of Elliott wave theory down here at 14,000. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin put in its bear market lows in December 2018, and since then we've had a one-wave bullish impulse, a two-wave correctory wave, a three-wave bullish impulse, four-wave correctory wave, and a five-wave bullish impulse. This is your typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish five-wave market structure in Elliott theory. And while we haven't had the typical A, B, C correction, this just looks really like another five-wave back down to the downside. According to Elliott wave theory, we should be bottoming at/above the one wave. The one wave for this starts at 13,875, but we do have support down at the weekly candleboy closes at 11,600. This would be the second area of support to keep your eyes on. If, like myself, you're a big fan of Fibonacci's, you might love to see that we've already bounced on the 1.236, bounced back up to the 1 level, and now it looks pretty clear that we should be coming down to the next Fibonacci level, the 1.618 fib at 13,000. This is personally one that I do have my eyes on, but let me talk about the next one. The next one is a AB equals CD pattern. And what is an AB equals CD pattern? Well, you can see at the peak here, this would be point A. At this trough down here, this would be point B. You can see point C down here. And point D, we would be presuming is down here. We get the AB equals CD from taking a measured move from point A to point B. It then has a bounce up to C, and we extrapolate the move from A to B, from C to D. This is why it's called an AB equals a CD, because the move from A to B is the same from C to D. Now, initially on this channel, we talked about this 2 months ago, 4 months ago. You can see this exact pattern that we posted over on Bitcoin. What was the price at this time? Round about 20,000 or so. So, you know, we have really started coming down since then, but as you can see, we're not too far away from the 12,000 that the AB equals CD pattern predicts. Now, moving on to chart number 5, this is really just plain and simple TA. Like, if you look at the chart, you can see right here, you broke above it, you back tested this region, you back tested this here, you broke down, this was resistance here, this was resistance here, you tried to poke above it here, you got, you got rejected underneath it, push back above it, you can see a plethora of rejections here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, broke back above it and flipped it as support. So this level right here at approximately 10,400, 10,500, there are tons of touch points, and in my opinion, I kind of see the price getting magnetized to round about this 10 to 11,000 region. So in my personal opinion, the two ranges that I personally think Bitcoin is going to bottom at is between this 12,000, which is of course this AB equals CD pattern, and of course very, very close just underneath this 618 Fibonacci, and then of course, you know, once again looking at this beautiful bit of TA down here, round about 10,400. Now, there's also some areas that are encompassed within that range. If we move on to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures for Bitcoin, these don't trade over the weekend, so often when price has these knee-jerk reactions up or down, we create price gaps known as CME gaps, which we love to fill at later dates. We've currently filled the most three recent CME gaps that we've been talking about: 33,000, 24,600, and quite recently we filled 18,420. When is the next price gap to the downside? Well, let's zoom in all the way down here. As you can see, we did have a price gap here. It was filled. The price gap before then is right here. The next price gap to the downside, which we did not fill on that candle wick, you have to really zoom in to see this, didn't quite fill the gap. So the next price gap is at 11,100. When is the next price gap to the downside of then? We've got another CME gap down here at 9,670. So once again, in my opinion, between this 10,000, between this 12,000 and 10,000 range, we not only have, a plethora of CME gaps, we not only have this massive previous, resistance, flip support, which would be great to flip a support again. We also have an AB equals CD pattern down that range. We have a 1.618 fib. There's quite a lot of confluence between, round about 12 to 10K. So in my opinion, that is where I believe we bottom. Now, this last chart is only for the most bearish of all bears. We do have a huge volume cluster down at 4,000. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to even target anything near this range. However, if the Fed keeps on, raising interest rates for another year, if World War III breaks out, if we really do just keep on pushing towards this really bad narrative that we seem to be in right now, exchanges going bust, they're, making other exchanges going bust. If banks start going bust, bank runs happen, we're really going to be in a nasty situation for the markets. This is not my prediction. I don't think we're coming anywhere near these ranges. I'm going to start getting extremely bullish on Bitcoin when it's round about this, 13, 12, 10,000 region. So all I've got for you today, cowboys. Like I said, just wanted to wrap up on something super sweet and simple. Also, just a super quick disclaimer. Quite recently, since Bitcoin broke down into new bear market lows, tons of new people have started coming to my channel, subscribing to my content, and unfortunately, I love whenever I grow on YouTube. I love having these growth spurts, but whenever I do grow, scammers come and try and take advantage of that. So be very careful. In the comment sections, there are more people, there are more impersonators of me than there are actually of me. I think you're all smart. You can figure it out. If you've got a comment and it looks kind of sketchy, click on the page of the person. If it is me, it should take you to this page with 8,000 subscribers. If it's not this page, if they don't have any videos, and especially if someone is pretending to be me and saying, here is my phone number, come and message me, it's not me. I would not give my phone number to 8,000 people. I do have social medias. If you do DM me first on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, I'll probably message you back at some point. I've got tons of messages, but I do try and get back to my community, but I will never just outright be like, here's my phone number, go and message me. So be very careful. So many scammers in the comment section. That's all I've got for you today, cowboys. Be sure to come and join the Discord. Everything's in the YouTube about section. Cowboy out. Peace.